Hey everybody, how's it going? I think it's been a little while since I've done a video blog, but I wanted to check in with you because I had an interesting Halloween. I don't know about you guys, but I was enjoying the candy and the treats, and it kind of started a couple days before Halloween. I work at a school. I work at my daughter's school, actually, and in my inbox they usually leave little gifties for everybody for the holidays, and I had a little bag of candy in my inbox when I left, and everybody knows I don't really eat that kind of stuff, but they give it to me anyway, and usually I bring it home and give it to my husband or give it to the small person because, you know, they're still able to eat that way. It's totally fine. They don't have to subscribe to my lifestyle. But anyway, I peeked in there, and on the top was a few York peppermint patties, and I thought, well, you know, every now and then I'll have one or a piece of candy or, you know, some little cheat thing. You guys know I do cheat meals. And I thought, you know, I don't know, it was after my shift. It was about noon. And I don't know, it just looked good. And so I said, okay, I'm going to have a little peppermint patty. So I did. Had the first one. I was in my car at this point. I'm sitting there with my little bag in my lap. Managed to talk myself into a second one. And then before I knew it, I'd had like 7 pieces of candy. And that was, you know, chocolate and some Werther's Originals, I think. Just whatever was in there, it didn't matter. I got that taste of sugar. And it was just a slippery slope. It was a slippery slope, and I was on it, and I was zooming down it at 1,000 miles an hour. I was able to reel myself in pretty much for the rest of the day. I realized that was a little bit of a transgression. That's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up over stuff like that. It happens. It's a holiday. You got to live a little bit. But over the course of the next couple days, of course, we had tons of candy. If you guys saw any of my Facebook stuff, my husband is a huge Halloween fan. We had tons of decorations up. It was crazy. Of course, I have a young kid who likes to trick-or-treat. She's got a lot of friends, and so we partake in that festivity, and it's totally fine. But there was a lot of candy around. There were a lot of sweets around, and so every day I found myself kind of diving back into the sugar bowl, diving into the candy bowl, picking a little, you know, handful here and there. And over the course of each day, I found myself getting a little bit more lenient with what I was doing. Used to, I'd have, you know, 1 piece of candy or, you know, 1 small cookie or a bite of cake or, you know, some sort of monitored type of consumption, but it wasn't happening. So basically it was just progressing day after day. Then after Halloween was over, a couple days later, it was my husband's 50th birthday, so we flew his brother and his family in as a surprise, which was great fun. It was awesome. We wanted to spend a great time with them, so we went out to eat a whole lot. We had a party here, had a cake, of course, to celebrate the birthday. Did I eat it? Yes, I ate all of it. I ate out all the time. I ate tons of cheat meals the whole time. The only thing I'm really proud of is I didn't have any alcohol. I did have, you know, I'll have a sip here and there. I always do. That's fine. But I didn't have a whole drink. I was a little tempted, I have to tell you, given the slippery slope and all the latitude I was giving myself. I managed to not do that, but I really did. I went on, I guess at the end of the day, it was probably a week and a half worth of just eating a bunch of crap all the time. And so I gotta tell you, even though I've been doing this for 2 years, it's still a journey. It's always a journey. It's going to be a constant thing. It's like rehab. I needed to go to holiday rehab. And, you know, the crux of the holidays, the big piece of the holidays hasn't even started yet. So, you know, I got to reel myself in. And I've done a good job of that. After the family left, we had bought a couple groceries and cleared everything out, got everything back to clean eating. Everything's been fine. But, you know, I just want to let you know, I eat great all the time. I, you know, try to do the best I can, but sometimes I do slip up. I used to eat an entire box of chocolate-covered cherries in one sitting, driving home from the store where I bought them, and they were supposed to be a gift. So I know my past. I know, you know, one whiff of cake or one bite of something can really set me off, and this time it did. Usually I'm pretty good about it, but not so recently. So I just wanted to check in with you guys for accountability reasons because, you know, I don't know what happened, but it's life. It happens. We're humans. Sugar is like a drug for me. It really is like crack cocaine, so I have to be very careful around it. And, you know, as the holidays approach, I'll be, you know, having some more strategies on dealing with that. And I will still have my big slice of pumpkin pie like I always do for Thanksgiving because it's my favorite holiday. And I definitely am looking forward to that. And I'll enjoy that. And I'm still doing good. I have to remember how many years of eating poorly and not exercising it took to get me to the point I was in 2011, which is 2 years ago. It took me a long time to build up to that. So, it's going to take me a long time, to fall off the wagon and do that consistently for a long period of time to totally undo everything I've done. So I'm not worried about it. I didn't gain a ton of weight. I didn't even weigh myself, guys. I didn't even weigh myself. I noticed that my pants were starting to get a little tight, and by the time the family was here, and I was like, okay, that was the signal. So I just wanted to let you know it happens, and it's okay. And with the holidays coming, it's just sometimes it's part of the process, and you have to give yourself a little slack. So that's what I did, but I'm back on track, and I'm feeling really good about it. I feel great. Of course, I didn't feel all that great when I was eating so crappy. Your health just suffers when you don't eat well, and it was a nice, healthy reminder. And going forward into the holidays, I'll check back in with you guys. I don't anticipate to have any problems, but I just wanted to let you know my story because I've been kind of putting it off. I was going to do it as soon as the family left last weekend, and I don't know. I just had to think about what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it, and kind of get my head back in check. Because at first I was kind of giving myself a hard time about it, but then I backed off and said, no, wait a minute, it's going to be fine. You're back on track. You're doing great. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. I know you're probably meeting with similar struggles as we, march towards Thanksgiving next week, and then, of course, Christmas thereafter, and New Year's, and so on and so forth. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing good, and I'll talk to you soon.